Current legislation session has closed and bills have made their way to the governor's desk to be signed. One of those bills is Senate Bill 265, a revamp to the medical marijuana program here in Montana. KPAX's Marcus Boyer finds out what this would mean for our state.
When Montana's medical marijuana program first debuted in 2004, it unfortunately had some difficulties.
Kind of just the Wild West. Everybody was advertising where they wanted to, doing whatever they wanted to with absolutely no oversight.
With the passing of Senate Bill 333 back in 2017 and the current passing of Bill 265, there have been a lot of revisions to the program that tackle different elements. The most noticeable change being the untethering of patients from only having one caregiver while placing a 5-ounce limit patients can buy each month.
The state will have a system set up of all the providers who are in their tracking system, and you can choose whichever one you want to go to. So that'll give patients the freedom if they're traveling to go somewhere else.
For patients now being able to shop at multiple dispensaries, what does that mean for the competition in the industry?
It's also going to allow providers to focus much more so on their niche. Say one provider is excellent at making edibles and the flower they grow isn't quite as excellent. It's going to allow them to focus much more so on just edibles.
In 2018, the total sales in the medical marijuana program reached $45 million. With the tax being raised back to 4% to fund the program, where exactly is all the excess revenue going?
As the bill is written right now, everything that exceeds above and beyond that is going to go into alternative pain management resources. So, helping with this opioid epidemic that's going on everywhere. Just educating people that, not only cannabis is out there, but there are a lot of other holistic alternative methods to alleviate yourself.
One aspect that hasn't changed is the restrictions on advertising, prohibiting the industry from advertising in any medium, including electronic. Something the providers don't necessarily agree with.
Liquor stores are allowed to advertise. Tobacco and liquor companies are both allowed to advertise. So what makes cannabis any different from that?
I find it odd that our business is one of the few where we're not allowed to do that. I mean, advertising, any other business can advertise.
Now, the one thing that we can do as providers is create a website. It's not allowed to have any sort of pricing on it, any sort of availability, any bit about what we do, just the business that we are.
With the laws changing and the industry continuing to grow, what do providers hope for the future and how do they feel about this change?
One big thing that I want to see is providers working more so with each other and it being a lot less cutthroat.
I think it's a positive move. There's going to be drawbacks to any laws that change, but overall I think we're moving in the right direction in Montana to help our patients out.
Reporting in Billings, Marcus Boyer, MTN News.
If signed by the governor, this bill will go into effect July of 2020.